Hi, everybody. I'm sitting here listening. I'm sitting here listening because I've been waiting for somebody to show up all day to do something here at the house. And it's one of those things where they don't tell you when they're coming. And I'm like, I bet you as soon as I start this live, they're going to come to the door. All my dogs are going to bark. My husband is on an errand. So I'm like, this is when it's going to happen. Anyways, hi. Hi, everybody. You can go ahead and post your questions with all capitals. Because the reason I do it in all capitals is because when I watch the replay, I noticed that I skipped over somebody, and that makes me feel terrible. And I'm like, what did that person think? I hope they didn't think they're invisible, because they're not. Hi, everybody. Hi, Lori and Ellen and Selenite and Wayne. Starhawk and Rossi and Samantha. Hello. Samantha, I saw your comment and I agree. That would be a great idea for a live stream. Oh, your wife is here. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Teresa. Ellen, Annie Bear. Heather from Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts. And Richie. Hi, Richie. All One is here. I love it. It's like I'm announcing. I'm the announcer, like, introducing Paisley, introducing Paisley and Eliza, Butterfly Kisses, and Michaela. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. You can go ahead and put your questions up. How's everybody feeling out there? My kiddos have caught a little cold. My husband and I are trying to. But I have a question for you guys. How, when you know you're coming on with a cold, or you're around people who have a cold, what do you guys have tricks? Like, we take zinc, and yeah, what do you guys do? Let me see. Looking for the questions. Wow, that is a cool question, Heather. I just got goosebumps. Ooh, these are good questions. Samantha says the energy has been intense lately. Hi, Nivra. Bows gracefully. Sleepy with the heat. Yep. Annie, I got your question. Yep. Ooh, a love. Oh, I thought you were asking for a love question, Selenite Chunky. I read that wrong. Okay. Cold, easy. So you use onions, Annie Bear? Elderberry extract and vitamin C. Great. Wear a mask. Well, I'm home. I don't get out that often. Airborne. Next 3 months. Oh my gosh, I have that too. I have the colloidal silver nasal spray. Oh, I have lysine too. All right, thank you for those reminders. Place half of the onion around. I've got honey. Good, good. Got water. Got your question, Bobby. Supercharged echinacea. Dude, echinacea is pretty awesome. I can't imagine what supercharged is. That makes me feel good just thinking about it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Cool. Going to Germany. That's cool. Yeah, water. Heather says water really flushes the toxins out. Nice. I know, Annie Bear, I love garlic, but it doesn't love me. Ooh, Samantha, I have eucalyptus. Yeah, I'll put that in my, I think I have that essential oil. Wayne. Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm like, crap, I knew it was coming, but I didn't do anything. Yes. I love the onion ones because my grandmother used to do that when we were really sick. Really gross. But hey, I'm all for stuff like that. Mustard plaster, onion plaster. Amanda went skinny dipping in Lake Washington. I bet that felt great. Yay. Yeah. I told my husband to get some chicken on the way home, but he was already in the driveway. I mean, I have chickens, but they lay eggs outside, so I don't know if I'm that kind of farmer. Oh, yeah, spicy stuff, Sal Rods. Good. These are all good reminders. Oh, Bobby. Yeah, that's good too. I'm a fan of the Vicks. My kid was just talking about it last night, and they were like, it's making me laugh. She was like, yeah, remember when we were kids and you'd put that spicy stuff on us? And I'm like, spicy stuff? I'm like, you guys are rookies. We used to do Vicks and then put Bengay over the top of that. I'm like, burn that shit out. I never thought of Vicks as spicy. Onions absorb germs like crazy. Okay. I've got a whole bunch of them. Vicks on feet. These are all great. Thanks, guys. Wayne ignores both symptoms and me regarding him not feeling good. And when I'm healthy and I can see my husband going, going down with the cold or whatnot, I'm like, me. You should take your zinc. No, I don't want to take anything. Meanwhile, I'm like, NyQuil, Dayquil, zinc. I'm like, Vicks Vapor Rub. Bone broth, nice. I'm going shopping tomorrow, or maybe I'll get some delivered. So funny. Rossi says my mom would make a jar of red onions and honey for the winter. Onions and honey. I like both of those things. We'll clean the pores out when you do that over the Vicks water. Sal Rod's rebelled from the Vicks. You're like, no. Yeah, Richie. Oh my God. Hey, Mom, I broke my hand. Rub Vicks on it. That's what growing pains. I had the worst growing pains. It is like, Mom, like, you're fine. It's like my leg fell off. It's just growing pains. You're fine. Oh, Ellen, you would chew the echinacea root. My mom has some echinacea. The elegant. I can say it right in my head. Elegant. I can't say the name of that tincture. It's in my head, but I can't say it. I can't do it. I'm not even going to try. Yeah, Wayne, that's what my husband says too. He doesn't really get sick all that often. Ooh, garlic, cloves, and the blue cheese, Francie. That just made me hungry. Vicks and a really warm, oh my gosh, a warm cloth. I never thought of that. Hi, Wiki. Come on, I don't have neighbors that give me tomatoes. Actually, my neighbor said I could pick their berries. And they did give me boxes of peaches, bags of peaches. They were really good. You know, Suzanne, I put Vicks right here. So I can breathe it straight through my nose. Yep. Neva, that's what I'm going to do when I'm done here. I'm going to make some warm lemon honey, and I do have ginger. I took an herbology class, and that was their, I forget what they called it, but yeah, so it's lemon honey, and you do that in water with some ginger root, and then you would put the spicy stuff in it, cayenne. It's funny the things that I forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this stuff. Windex. I'm excited. I'm excited to see that movie. My big fat Greek wedding. Okay. I'm going down and looking. So if you guys want the questions, put your questions in capitals. And cinnamon. Okay. Yeah, right on. Well, thank you guys. Hey, I have something I want to share with you. Let me see. Look at this. This is new, hot off the presses, guys. Richie hasn't posted anything yet. He's in the process of chit-chatting with Spirit. And when Richie and I decide on a time, we are going to do a little collaboration on. It's just an easy conversation about our spiritual journeys and just how different they are, or how maybe they're alike. And yeah, it's something that I'm gonna be doing, just chit-chatting about the spiritual journey. And Richie's gonna be, he's the first one I'm gonna talk to. And maybe we can even do something over on his channel as well when he figures out what he wants to do. But if you guys could support Richie, there you have it. I subscribed right before this. I tried to subscribe the other day, but I couldn't find it. Okay, Wiki, got your question. Ooh, Salrods, there you are. Got your question. Oh, you put maple syrup in yours, Ellen. Hot lemon maple syrup with a dash of cayenne. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, Miss Candy, thank you for that tip for my chickens. Well, right on. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the questions here shortly, but so I have for the very first time I have roosters, and I've had chickens for about well 2 years maybe. I don't remember how long I've been living in this house. It's new, and so I got chickens when I could because I was like, yay! We had a pet chicken. He just when I was growing up. Um, a chicken showed up in our backyard, and so we called her Mrs. McNugget. So as kids, we had one, and I just loved Chicken McNugget. We would give her these cookies. We loved the generic cookies. They're not like generic Oreos, but they were kind of lemony, or it would just be like a cream filling with like a white cookie around it. Loved those. But yeah, chicken. Mrs. Chicken McNugget loved those. But now I have a rooster, and starting last night, or early this morning, I should say, when he does his thing, when you're breathing and you have that wheeze and you don't really know that wheeze is coming from you. Does that ever happen to you guys? And I'm like, when you breathe out and you might be sick, it kind of happened to me this morning too, where it was like you have this like squeaky noise. Like so when Frankie the rooster like does his thing, he it kind of like does this deflating balloon noise right at the end. Like he's all done with the bravado, and then it's like so funny. I don't know if that's I don't know. I was as a paranoid person, I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with your like your air? Is something happening? Anywho. Yeah, so I'm going to do my best here. I'm going to start answering some questions. My mom was talking to me on the phone at the same time, and I was sitting with my chickens, and so he does it, and I should give him just Vake's Vapo Rub, right? Maybe he has a cold. Um, but she said it sounded like he was like, oh shoot, it's gonna go out in my head, but the people in Ireland, and they what's the musical instrument? The bagpipes. Whew. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. We have coyotes, so we have to keep our chickens safe. Yeah, bagpipe. Okay, I'm gonna start some questions here. Let's see what we got. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Start that. I'm not playing with a full pack. I'm one pepperoni shy of a pizza right now, so my words may not come out right. Okay. Annie Bear. Annie Bear's all tucked in and watching Cocoon. You guys remember that movie, Cocoon? Ooh, great question. What gift can I bring the elementals near me at this time? Tutah no mamaku kana? I bet my doorbell's gonna ring. I'm not gonna start this reading until I know. I'm going to go check the door. I'll be right back because my dogs are about to lose their shit if somebody knocks on my door. Beep, beep. Look out. I was wrong. So much for my intuition. Okay. Annie Bear. They were already showing me some things. Let me see if I can clarify. Patukama mashima. They're talking about the fireflies. And how they give off that light. Tatama. It's like the essence of the things that we love, like when we're watching the firefly, and just how that think about how that makes you feel. And they say they like that as well. When you go and you spend time is the gift. And that you represent them. You represent them in a beautiful way. And it's different than honoring something. It's as if, when somebody's honoring somebody and there's like on a stage and they're like, these are the things that I love. They're like, it's not just you honoring it. Like with your poetry, with your writing, they say that you actually sit next to them. You're sitting next to them. And that is the best connection, is sitting with them. Like they show me this bench and you're sitting with them. So it's like your essence, their essence. They just really appreciate the time and that radiating love. They would really like they would really like, Annie, if they're showing me art, like art with sticks, like something using art. They would really like that. Like if you were to make like I don't know, like find some sticks and just make some fun things for them. They would like that. Yeah. They really appreciate that you honor them by sitting next to them, like with them. That's, it felt really good to connect. But yeah. They're goosebumps. They're saying sticks and, like little flowers. And you know what else they showed me, Annie? I don't know if you have some seeds, packages of seeds. They showed me different packages of seeds, almost as if it's something you keep in like a filing cabinet or some organized way. But they want to let you know that seeds prefer to be in the ground. So I'm not sure if there's getting like a chamomile feeling. They just they would like they would like the ones that are in the house to come outside if you want to plant them, or if you when you can plant them. Yeah. Yes. Bobby, I feel very tired today. Oh my God, I almost hit end broadcast. JJ, don't do that. All right, Ellen has some important things. Awesome, Annie. So you do have some. Great. Oop, I'm sorry, Mateo. Oh, I got a yes I right away. Tutah kuna shemao. They want to call it a different thing. You know how there's people love titles? They want to call you the tender, like you're tending, as if it's like a garden. You're the tender, tending to. Because they're showing me that's how you go through life. Yeah, with like being tender, and tending to. And they're showing me a key in your hand. And they know that your question was about right now, but I'm going to go a little further because they're showing me a key that is one of the older type keys, like the skeleton keys. So I'm just going to see where this takes me, Ellen. They're showing me you are walking down this path outside. And there are the wildflowers, like the meadow type things that like to grow wild. It's nice and bright. And you're carrying this key. I see this key being held. You're holding it in front of you. And it's as if you can go in front of yourself, or with yourself, and you can unlock these treasures that are off the side in the meadow. And Ellen, I see like in one of like the treasure chests, like one of them has wings that you can put on. And it's as if they're flipping a book. And for some reason, they're flipping the pages of this book. And they're the page, they're like curling over the whole page. And then the next page, they do the same thing. They're curling that page over. I'm not sure what this represents. When I'm looking at it, it makes me feel like it's a fun way to decorate. Not sure if that means anything different to you. I think if I was thinking about how they called you the tender, the one who tends, I would think that would be pretty neat. Like when you do have a story, like you're living in your story, that you just don't like go to the next page to like start writing your story. It's like you take that page that has been written on and you do something like pretty with it. So let's all wish Ellen the best of luck. This is tomorrow. Helping you sleep tonight. Oh, my ear just went a little kooky. Best of luck tomorrow, Ellen. Mm-hmm. Ellen, I just did Ellen. Heather. Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts. I had a dream the other night and I woke up clearly hearing, "You walk in the tornado." Yee! And then you wrote something else too. I also dreamt that same night of a red feather. That morning on the way to the park, a red-tailed hawk flew up on the side of the road. You can't even make that stuff up. How freaking cool is that? Awesome. All right, let me go back here. You walk in the tornado. It's so cool. Oh my God. I'm going to mute this for a second, guys. Okay. Oh, am I buffering, guys? Well, I might buffer. I don't know why. I've gone through 3 upgrades on my internet. And I just disappeared from my screen. So unless I'm magical, I might be buffering. Oh, I'm good. Okay, thanks, Richie. Okay. I had a dream. Okay, I'm not buffering. Okay. Ooh, okay. I love this question. Wow. Okay. Whoa, they're showing me a lot really fast. Ooh, whoa, that is so fast. Titana Masha Wanui Kai. Oh my gosh. Whoa, Atokama wa. Okay. That felt as if that felt like a spiritual upgrade. Oh, it's still happening. That energetically makes me feel great, actually, walking in a tornado. But it was very quick. Okay, let me see if I can. They were just showing me things really quickly. It was like, I remember one of the things that it paused on just briefly was, I always get confused on what to call it. Is it a petroglyph or a pictoglyph? But anyways, it was a person. And I feel like they're showing me this tornado going around is like just kind of reminding of past lifetimes. This lifetime, going to the throat area. Okay, Heather, so it's as if I have a feeling this is about light language. They're showing me this thing that I'm not getting it. I'm not getting that they're placing it right now, but there was this thing. I don't know if this was a physical thing in a past life, but and you know what? It might have been a physical thing where there was a growth. And they're reeling it back. And when they're showing me reeling something back, at first it was like they showed me it's like, with with like paper towels on the roll. It's like rolling it back, and then it turned into like the music box, the things that on the music box, like the little nubbies that make the that and the other thing make the sound. Yeah, this is a different language for me right now, speaking it. So this is definitely about your light language. Definitely about your light language. This one part of the tornado. It's not the whole tornado. That is one part that I'm focusing on, or they allowed me to see briefly. And it feels like right here. Amuka na pa shimauki. Nanuka, nanuka, nanuka. Ano itama mama, ima kaka. Yitano ishewa. Ano itama eshama tutomama. I don't know if you have a feeling about your light language, Heather, or if this is something that you're ready to explore more. It's as if they're saying there's a disservice because and they're also showing me when I move my hands around my ears right now, the way I hear the language is different. Has a different feeling to it when I'm hearing it differently. When you're speaking your language just with yourself, play around with, I know with mine, I would do it like this. So I could hear it better. So when I do this, that's one thing that I do. Atana shema 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 oenama kwa kwa. I remember we talked about how there are different light languages, Heather, and I know that like with art, that's something that you do. This is something voice box related. Atunana ka shena shish. It's a lot of sh. Ye she 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 mpapa shema shema sha 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 she 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 maka. And she mpa shena she 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 naka. She 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 kayewa. They're saying just as the earth splits when the time is right for the magma, the lava to be totally exposed. Kana kaka yeta shinsheshe. Speaking of the elementals, geez, you had like the wind. Now you're getting the fire. Atuitama shima koka yewa. Yenanata. Yetama oshana. And I see it like cracking open, like, when the earth is ready to like panotana shita release the lava. Kutano katona nana chitana pokoshima yewa. What's the difference between magma and lava? Anybody know that? Yeah, I know they said that your art was your light language. That's what we discussed before. There's something with the voice now. Sometimes, yep, it's not coming. Okay, so magma is underground and the lava. Ooh, yay! Oh my God, I love it. Thank you guys. That's not me just showing you my muscles. That's me showing you my goosebumps. Okay, sorry. About pata not ta ta not ta not ma shema yet not ta. Wow. Who are you, Heather? Who have you been? They're showing me kuma papa nupa shenama shemanama. They're showing me actually Jesus on the cross. In his head is not up, his head is down. Kuta no tatana tatatano shtitanoika. And they're showing me the cross and who's on the cross. It's like the sun is behind and setting on that time. So when I'm looking at the image that they're showing me of the cross with the head down, instead of a cross, I have to, they were showing me it was a T. It was like, there was a post like this, and then there was a post like this. And I didn't see a head in the silhouette because the sun is on the other side and it's setting. But, his head was hanging down. So all I saw was the T. But in the shadows of it, I could see that it definitely a Jesus feel to it. Titana tana kasha mayewa. Yetana ma shema to tam shema yewa. Yeta tada ashema titana shema yewa 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 yewa. Ma tu pama pa shena toma pa yewa. Okay, that's the second reference that they've given me to when they had me feel the vibration in my voice, and now when I'm talking and blowing, you can feel it like that as well. Small. They say that there it can be noticed in very small ways. When you're talking, just go ahead and place your hand there. So you can feel that when you're talking. Put your hands on your throat. Definitely something about a past life in your throat. Pama eshama paku enama ye wa mama kwa ye she. Kano pama shenama wa yeta. They actually, Heather, they want to go in. Anu tano shtita. And they want to clear out. Tano shtita yewa. They want to go in and clear out. I'm trying to figure out. I know I just repeated myself, but I'm trying to figure out what they're showing me. They're showing me something. You know how like I've never grown loofah, but I've seen loofah being grown. But they're showing me something that's like light like that, and inside there's like a pulp that the people would I don't know if it's the pulp did they want the pulp? No, they were trying to clear something out. This could be like they would clear it out, so it was the like the hollow. And so they clear out the pulp. Panu shema 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 upapaka iwana. The preparation has begun. Patu pama. Na 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 shema wa ye wa tatnuma shema ye wa pa shema. Kanoi. They're just saying it's the indigenous. That's why it's the indigenous language. And it can be very small, like the wind that comes out of your mouth, the vibration from your body. Pama ishamal, the seeds will be planted at night. Anama pana ishama pako wa yewa mama ishama yewa, each being put into your energy centers. Akatanashtita. Patotanushtita, something to think about for the next 4 months. Katota. Yetana ishtatano kama papaka. And patotonamashtatano ka yewa ashewa. What I would say, Heather, is to just do it in a way where, leaning on some of the other readings, be the person who tends to it, the tender, doing it with tender, loving care. Like before you go to bed, one of the things you could think of is just recognizing the seeds in your energy centers and just tucking them away for the night. Just tucking them away for the night. Yeah, so my language is coming out very, very different. This has an old feel, an indigenous feel, like the and we've discussed this before. That light language shows up in all different kinds of ways. Languages show up in all different, there's sign language, there's all sorts of languages. Today they're showing me it's the language that you can sense it. Well, you can feel it. I can feel my breath on my hand. I can feel the vibration in my body. I'm just asking if there's anything else they want to say. I'm not getting the whole picture right now, so I will stop with that. Yeah. Yes, you can. Go ahead and email me. Yeah. Cool. Your time is now. I should just start talking like that. Dream it into being, Heather. Okay. Okay. Rossi. Ooh, good. Because they just did this with Heather. Heather's got 4 months. It's not a deadline. There's no rush. They were saying little things. Okay, Rossi, may I have a reading on what I should work on for the next couple of months? Hi to all the new people showing up. Hello. Working on. 4 months will be your freaking birthday. Well, happy birthday. How cool is that? I love the spirit stuff. Tanu papa shimawa. Eliuma shinama kwat ima shimawa. Okay, I'm going to describe this, Rossi, because I'm not quite understanding what it is. Is it physical body, emotional, spiritual? Okay. Are you okay working on some spiritual stuff? They're talking about when we get blown backwards. Tatono ushima o ita pa ushima iwa pa otana utana shita. And it's like an invisible force, but we know that we're getting pushed backwards. Atotano no 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 shiwa tita pa ushima iwa wa wa. It's like pa unama ushima iwa. As if you're catching like this cannonball and you can't see it. And they were showing me this band, this totem. That's the problem I'm having understanding. It's almost as if I'm the if it. Okay, I'm having a hard time with this. Tatanoshtita. So there's this ring, like this band that they were showing me, and I'm like, ooh, isn't that cool? I'm like, what is that? And I was like investigating it and being curious, walking around it, looking at things from a different angle. And it almost seems as if it's made out of, I can't tell if it's like storm clouds that don't move. And I'm not even getting that this is something that's stuck. Or not. No. No, it's not something that's stuck. It's almost as if it's a smoke ring that isn't, it's just there. And when I'm thinking of it, it makes me feel really, really grounded. Like super grounded in a great way. I don't know if I've ever felt that grounded before. And it's not as if something is grounding me by like pushing me down or catching an invisible cannonball. This is oh, this is some wow, what is this for you, Rossi? Okay, so like people who go scuba diving, and they have the weights on them uh, to help them, get to the level that they need to get to. They're like, that's more of what this is. Like this thing that they're I guess they're gifting it to you. It is this ring. Kotanoshite tano kana iwa iwa. It's a circular thing. And utanoshite tanoi papapa yewa na 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 ye na na ye na na ye na na ye na na kota iwa. And I can tell you what I see, but your eyes might think of something different of what it looks like. It's just my interpretation is it's this ring, and it feels as if it's kind of like totanoshita, loosely molded, like storm clouds. I don't see like nothing is lighting up with like lightning. I don't feel the thunder, but when I imagine myself holding on to this ring, it makes me feel like the scuba divers where I have the grounding, like the weight to keep me grounded. And almost as if spiritually speaking, if you were to go into the spiritual waters below you, this will help you get to the level that you need to get to. Yes, Leah, this is all happening right now. You're right on time. Something like a weight belt. Yeah, Rose Blue. And I don't want to let go of it because it is perfect. Like I feel as if I'm I don't know, Annie, is that what you're getting? A counsel of some sorts? Um, I don't know. This like I won't be able nothing. You don't have to do anything to get it. It's a gift for you. I really don't want to let it go. All right, let's be playful about it, Rossi. How about you just imagine that you and I are together. Kota no mama shimama ye mama ye ma kota no ma shiwa. Ye tana na shima e pato no ma shitai. Ye tana. They're talking to me. They're like, you can hand it over. It's for Rossi, but it can be like a friendship pendant, where you can have some of it. Hand it over. Okay. So you and I are together. Pama shema 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 wa ye. And I see you receiving this in the most with your head bowed, like you know that it's a special kotama shema wa ye wa, and sending it over to you. Anui pama shewa. This also comes with an owl, the owl, kupamama shima shimawa yewa. Because I'm looking up, they showed me the owl. I'm looking at the belly as it flies over. Mpama shimawa. And when I think of that, with the looking up and the right timing to see an owl actually flying over, kitonma shiwa, and seeing the soft, vulnerable belly of it. Thank you for asking that question, and thank you to your people, because that felt amazing. Thank you. Now I want to just space out. Space out with it. That felt amazing. Okay. Oops. Nivra, can you put your question up again? Because I accidentally just erased it. I was going to, if you're here, Nivra, can you put your question in again? And while you're doing that, I'm going to, Leah, I think you asked this several times. And I had an answer when I read it. I don't know if I don't remember where I saw this, but I did see it. And I'm just going to spend a little time on this for you right now. I'm just going to imagine that you're lying down. And they're showing me you as like energetic waves. Or the energetic waves are going through you as you're laying down. And everything is going through just fine. This way. They even go a little bit below you into the earth. The other places. That looks good. Above you looks good. Although I feel like you might like it instead of like you might, are you one of those people that might like things not to be like so bright? I feel very comfortable being like on the earth side, in the earth. It feels good to be like confined and held, like as if when I go above you, into like spirit, it's like, when you look at an ocean, sometimes like I see when I look at an ocean, I'm like, oh my God, that is so vast. It goes so many places I don't even know. But when I go into the earth, I think of like I am being held. And so now they're going through you this way. Ponuita, everything looks good. They're just doing this little energetic scan. And they're coming at it from all angles. Now they're doing like this plane. This plane. Energetically speaking, the waves are okay. I feel like it's good. But if anybody has any tips for Leah, if Leo would be open to that. On when you feel like something might not be, in the dirt. Do you like playing around in the dirt? I like being in the dirt, being held. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're good. I like how they showed me in the different ways, because sometimes when people say, this energy center or that chakra, for me, they went with waves. And it's waves of color, like waves of like this water, but it's more like energy. It's energy. Annie Bear says wear a silk scarf around your middle. That's a great idea. Okay. Best of luck. I'm glad I could do that with you. Nivra, did you post your... Nivra, oh, right there. Nice. You did hear me. Will I be able to manifest out-of-country trips to Africa and Guatemala for personal and business between now and May? Now and May. All right. Is it September? September, October, November, December. Out-of-country trips to Africa and Guatemala. Okay, so I wrote it down and it said starting December, January, February. Oh, wait, I forgot more. Wait. Did I totally forget how to do my... Okay, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Okay. Yes. Okay. Happened to just stop on March, which is my birthday month. Yes, just to let you know, the highlighted easier parts start in December. I'm not sure what your plans were, but they are saying December on. Nothing before December. Just a suggestion. I'm getting Guatemala. I'm getting a yes on the Guatemala. I'm not sure about the Africa. Definitely Guatemala. November 30th. That's so funny. Are you doing Guatemala first? Or were you going to do these all together? No. What's up with Africa? Why would Africa be tricky? I wonder. Definitely Guatemala. Just about to do the same thing I did before. I learned from my mistake. Oh, that makes sense, Rossi. Okay. Okay, I would love a reading. Yes, getting unstuck. Oh my gosh, Selenite Junkie. They're showing me all sorts of funny images of something that's stuck deep. And it's like, get your shovels. Come on, everybody. Let's. They've even set up like a pulley, like at the pulley system. And they're like, let's crank her up. Let's get her out. Yeah, they are being kind of funny about this. I'm going to go deeper because the silly people showed up first. Emma Marsha, Mashe. Anu Tanuma. Atopa Shema Wawa. Then they're talking about being stuck up to the waist. So it's like it's stuck. Yetanama Shema to Pama Shemawa. Yenata. And they're like, how interesting. Like Papa, like how mud when it's wet, it's like, ooh, isn't that fun? Tana na yewa, and how it feels when it's wet mud. But then when it's sun-baked, atutanama shematu papa wawa. Anoema shema wawa, kuakarma yewa. And it's so interesting because I see like the top half of you. It's like sunny, you're wearing like clean clothes. It's like, it's not as if you've been, playing in the mud. They're showing me like an, the halo. So there's an angel feeling to this. And then they show me the bee. Anota. Hang on, I just had a pain in my stomach, but I think it's me, not you. Yeah, it's not you, it's me. Okay. But how when mud, clay, when it starts to dry, shamanically speaking, there's some really great things visually. Like if you were stuck up into the waist with something that, when wet, was something that you could get out of easier. But they're also saying when it's like sun-baked, meaning like it's been some time, that sometimes when things like that dry around you, it leaves, and they're showing me the phoenix bird. They do show you that there's enough room to slowly move around. Like when things dry, it's drying and it's drying away from you. And speaking of mud or clay, they're just talking about like sometimes the healing properties of the mud and the clay and how it draws things out. The thing to focus on is drawing things out. Anu tanananata, ye tanananata, ye ma shemawama koewa. So there is room when you're being stuck. Like they want me to just say there is room in the unstuckedness that you can move around a little bit. And so what I love to do with like a playful imagination is like, okay, so you have a little bit of that room. Do you still work with it while it's dry? Do you kind of like move around a little bit? That's going to be a little rough on the skin, but it's something that we can get out of. But then I'm like, well, what if it was like warm water? what if warm water came through and like made it nice and soft? But I also see that it's mud all around you. So it's like, I don't know, how would you get the water just right near you? Because I'd want you to be able to get out of it. But they're also bringing that phoenix feeling of like, they're like, if you bring the element of fire to it, when you fire up clay, it gets smooth. And if there's enough room around you, and you bring in that firebird, not only do you have the ability to make those things around you soft. So when you do fly out of it, that it will be okay, unscathed, as much as possible. Unscathed as much as possible. Pamatu shewa. So acknowledging the stuck, but also the process of getting unstuck, it can be quite fascinating with a playful curiosity. I would definitely love that. Somebody's like, go swimming. That's good. I hope that helps you. That they're acknowledging the stuck, but the process of getting unstuck can be, the process of, it's just the process of being unstuck without, and also being unscathed. Those are not, I don't usually say that word. That's why I'm like, is this the right word? I hope that's helpful for you, Selenite Junkie. Okay, so next up I have Susan, Bobby, and Ellen. So that's who's coming up next. Three months. I like the time questions today. Suzanne in the next 3 months. Definitely want to talk more about the third month. Yeah, they want to talk about the third month. And the way that it's presenting it to me, it's like, like the thinner, they're not cinder blocks. They're like rough pavers, I guess, in a way. Rough pavers. I don't know if that's the right word for it, or if there's like a cinder block that's not a block, but so they're showing me kind of like, anyways, so it's like, it's the first month, the second month, and they're standing there kind of like, how dominoes would stand there. And these two, with their dense, scratchy material, they go like boop, boop, and they're like, focus on the third. And the third I see as like an opening. I see it as if it's like this, I'm seeing it as black, like something that I can actually enter into. Let's see when we get closer. I'm just walking closer to it. Like this one, is also standing in like that rectangle, but it's standing, it's solid. I can feel like I can energetically go into this beautiful. I see like the black as this one of my favorite places to go. So I'm like, I feel welcome going in there. And so some of the animals coming through for you are the patota chameleon. Like think about what the chameleon can do. Like that's somebody coming in to help. Matana patama ma yewa shema mama koka yewa. Kona tana mama. And it feels like the third month has so much, like I can see that there's stairs going down, and again, it feels like it's made out of cement. It's like rough. Kotano shita, but in the darkness, I can see like, oh wow, there's so many places to go. Like I can go down. Totano ma shama yuai yuai yuai. Yetano ma shiwa. And there's things that will be emerging. I just can't see them right now. So closer to the end of the second month, some more light will be shown on that one. Kotama shama 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 shama. Seems like everything happens in the third month. Yeah. I'm glad you got an answer too, Leah. I've seen it. And when my eyes saw it, like I got an immediate answer wherever you posted it before, but I don't think I said it out loud. I must not have said it out loud because you asked again. So I'm glad that you got that time. Yeah. So not sure what's going on. Suzanne, but out of the 3, it's the third month. Right at the end of the second, things will become easier to see, but not like completely cryptic. Totally cryptic. Oh my God, some of these readings, it's just like, well, now I have 15 more questions. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know what they're talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is interesting. When will things get better for me and my son? Okay, so you have retirement at the end of December. That's interesting. Well, the way I was seeing it, Suzanne, is that like the 2, they just kind of like fall over. Like there's no like, almost as if, I don't know if that's just like time passing, like don't even pay attention to the next 2 months. It's things at the end of the second month going into the third is when there's that opening to be able to really, things open up even though it's a little bit in the dark. Yeah, I agree. Things will be, presenting themselves. Yes. Yes. Yep. Okay. Okay, Bobby. Your kiddo. Anuta. Okay, so they're showing me very quickly how a tree can be split. And they don't really want to focus on why there was a split in the tree, but it's like and it's not even like a branch. It's like the split was in the middle of the tree, a little bit more on one side than the other. The split is a little bit closer to the sun than the adult. So it doesn't feel like it was a split right down the middle. It's definitely closer to the sun. And they say that the message they want to give you about this is that a tree can still live. Like the connection can still live even when there's a split. It's just that you have to like maybe just change your focus a little bit. So I'm going down the tree. I see the split. And I'm looking at the split. And then I see that the split only goes so far. And the tree is still growing. So for me, that means that I don't know if I can consider that better for you, but I know that it's still together. One thing that because I do like shamanic type stuff, It's one of my favorite things to think about. So if you think about this tree that's been split, more on his side than yours, is gently, and they're showing me it as yarn, gently, so it can settle where it needs to settle. Gently putting yarn and tying it like in a sweet little, not in a knot, but it's like as if you're tying your shoes. It's nice and loose around the areas where it was split. So panopa, and the thing I love about the yarn is that it's soft and caring, and it's on there, not super tight, and it's something that can be untied so it doesn't hurt the tree. And even if it forgets to be untied, that after a while, yarn doesn't last that long, especially out in the elements, that, this tender loving care. And they're showing it to me, the color that I see is like a red, not like a bright red, but almost like like the color keeps changing, but I would say it like as a mulberry, pinkish red, darker color. And I can see like they're showing me like the yarn is it's endearing. It's got like the little, like the little things that come out of yarn, and the light hits it just right. They said that as far as repairing goes, you have to let it has to settle the way it's going to settle. But also you can give gifts at the root, energetically. So I would say, Bobby, if this is something that you want to settle, because it's one of those things when the tree's been split, you can't unsplit a tree, but something that is settled energetically, what you may be able to do is just think about doing the loose yarn. And even if you have some yarn, maybe even put some by your bedside so you can like feel it before you go to bed, and just think about when this settles, what will this look like? I mean, the tree is still alive. It's still like the roots are still going. They're still growing. I don't see sometimes when the tree gets damaged, I don't see the leaves or the fruit. So right now it's definitely in the let's settle phase. Blah. That's me not getting a cold. I hope that made sense for you, Bobby. Best of luck. I'm a first responder, so when things aren't right, I love to run right in there, put things out with a fire extinguisher before I even know like what's going on. So yeah. Okay, so here is another traveler. Ellen says, I'm heading to Germany for 2 weeks. I keep hearing that I'm about to meet someone. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Got a bird talking to you in the background. Chatty Cathy back there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I was like, I can see you flying over the water. I can see you like I see it like you're exploring. Patupama and mama shima mama kuma mama kuma 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 ka you mama papa. Ano tanaka iwa panui mama shima papa pama yema iwa shima ewa. I'm not getting a yes or a no. I was just seeing you on your travel and what I'm seeing is like when you fly, what you're doing is you're like I don't know if you're going there to look at buildings, architect. Yeah, but I just see you traveling in these villages, these towns. Not a city. I just see you exploring. That answer I won't be able to get for you. I don't know. Maybe things change as it gets closer. I'm not sure. I wish I had an answer. I just see the fun in exploring. And I will say they were showing me it in the evening because I could see lights on in the buildings. So are you one of those people that like I'm in bed pretty early at night? But they're saying, go out in the evening is what I'm getting. Oh, good. Yeah, I see you, and it's just like I see you in the village, and like kind of like going like in between the houses and like going up on it like a hill and Totomamush. I don't know if there's gonna be like any moon watching or anything like that, but it's like there's something special like up on the rise or the hill. Kotamashima. I don't know if that's there in that village, but then I saw you going like you came over here to somewhere else. So I just see the exploring part of it. So yeah. I wish I could tell you. Wouldn't that be cool? It's like, yes, it'll happen on this date. Okay, I'm gonna do wiki and Sal rods, and then I'm gonna be done because it's over almost an hour and a half. And I have to go do what you guys recommended. I'm gonna go get my Vicks Vapor Rub out. Okay, wiki. Amo pashe with pleasure. Kanapa ba yua. They're like, with pleasure. Papa kanama ishama papa kemama yuama. Yes, they just like to call you beautiful. They're like giving you these flowers. Atonama shima kakayua. And it's almost as if your people, your guides were much taller than you, kind of like I just see them so tall. As if, and I saw this before for someone else. It's similar but not the same, and it's like a galaxy man. So when I'm seeing this guide, is huge. I can't see any features because it's like the galaxy man where it's made out of like something that helps you travel. Like the galaxy man, I just see an outline with the galaxy inside of him. This one's a little different. I can't figure out what what he represents for you or gifts you, but he's really big. And you're there, and I see you standing in the light. And I see him kneeling down, and he's just so interested. And he's like, yes, little one, totama shemama, kiawama ashemawawa. Of course, we're here. Kanamama shamama kwa. Yeta. And it's almost as if this is like you here on earth. It's like you're lit up. You're in the daylight. So this is like a spiritual thing, Wiki. It's as if, so he's on like the edge of where he lives, and he like meets you on the edge of where he lives. And even though you two can't touch physically, like I see, like, you know, there's since he's at the edge of where he is and you're here, just they want to let you know that they're here, and with pleasure. And they bring you, I just see them like presenting you with flowers. It's kind of like you're a dear one. You're dear to them. Yeah, you're dear. There's a little bit of sadness because you can't touch them. I'm feeling that, like, but they want to let you know that there's no disconnect, because like this tall one, it like gives him great joy. It gives him great pleasure, great joy to, and he's always like, yes, it would be my pleasure. It's like this really beautiful, gentle strength that he has and wisdom. So whoever that is for you, like your guide, it's definitely leading me to your guide, Wiki. That's a great one to have on your spirit team. Oh, as I read this one, spirit team. It's funny. Tanui. So Wiki, hopefully you get that message. I'm not sure. We were here for a while. I'm not sure if you're here, but if anybody knows Wiki, if they're not here, if you could pass that on. I remember you, Soul Star. Kanupama Ishama Yewanaka. Yetanumama. So I'm seeing you, Sal, like, so you're in the middle here, okay? Anupama papa mama. And they're showing me your people, Kutanama Shewa Yewa Yewa. And they're just showing me how high they can jump. I'm not sure why they're showing me this. It's like they boost off the ground. And I'll describe what I'm seeing. So, I see the ground, and it's not important. I'm not seeing like anything special about the ground. It's nondescript. But the interesting thing, Sal Rods, is that it's kind of like a loose circle, and then all around it is white. And it's almost like a white that's like almost like a cloud where that it's not just a solid white. And your team is on the outlines, on the right on the edge of this loose circle of ground, and they're showing me that they're just like jumping, jumping. Like, look how high I can jump. Ma Iowa, 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 Iowa. How interesting to have a conversation, Sal Rods, with your team, whether we know or we don't know who our team is. Like maybe sometimes they don't present themselves to us and we just know they're there, or sometimes, anyway, to have a conversation with our people and just say, just be interested with them. Like, what is it that you can do? Because they're like, look at how high we can jump. Look at how high we can jump. Maybe just having, even if it's just you putting the interest out there, like taking an interest in them and maybe asking some questions. Yeah. How cool is that? Like learning a little bit about them. And even if they don't, if you feel like you don't receive an answer, it's almost like with Annie Bear in the beginning of this, and how they just really like that Annie Bear sits on the bench with them. It's kind of like that, sitting on the bench with your people and, giving them the time to wonder about them. That's what I would say. Good. Wiki, I'm glad that you heard that. And Bobby, I see that you do knit, so you have yarn. My mom knits, and when I'm having a down day, like I'd show you what she knitted me, but my dog is laying on it right now. But just that love, she calls it like a Nana hug. It's like, or a mom hug when you're wearing something that was made with love. All right, I'm going to end on that one, since I'm about to have a coughing fit and you guys don't need to hear that. Take care, everybody. I know that I didn't get to all of the questions, but I had a lot of fun. Sal Rods, you were the last one. So all you have to do is, can you rewind it right now while you're here? Just look for when your name pops up. Yes, soup. Making some chicken soup is definitely on my list of things. But yeah. Oh, Wiki, that is cool. Yeah, just rewind. Okay, everybody, you guys take care. I'm going to take care with all those. Thank you, Bernie girl. With all of those beautiful ideas on healing. Debbie, I had fun too. I know. I wish we could stay here forever, but guess what? Next Tuesday, I'll be around as well. So see you guys further down the road. And yeah, everybody take care.